Hello there YouTube, Elite Legionario here, bringing you the 5th 2v2 I did with the SwedishLandknekt in what was meant to be our dual con series, which I accidentally screwed up the sound settings. So anyway, he chose Rome and I chose Parthia. Opponents chose the Suebi and Pontus. So faction wise I would give myself and Swedes the advantage. Both of these two are good factions. Pontus and Suebi are still good, but they're, in my opinion, quite a bit lesser than these two. Anyway, I've gone with a pretty standard build for Parthia. This is a very good build, in my opinion. Works very well. I have 3 Eastern Javelinmen for 4 phalanxes, 3 slingers for any enemy missile foot units, foot-type slingers rather, 2 Royal Cataphracts, 4 Eastern Cataphracts, 2 Indian War Elephants, 2 camel archers, which are very, very handy to have in the army. And yeah, that's me. Swede's army consists of, at the front he's got 4 Balearic slingers. Behind them he's got 3 auxiliary infantry. He's a very much like, 2 auxiliary infantry and 1 vigile, which is just town watch. But he has very much a liking for spear type units. I've noticed it on his Medieval 2 videos as well. He quite likes to screen his main infantry with spear infantry and just shield his spears. It's actually not a bad idea. A good combination when used right. And then he's got a central area of let's see, I think it's 5 armoured legionnaires and 1 veteran legionnaire. All very cool units, man. I love the armoured legionnaires. They look awesome. The vet ones do too as well though. Then he's got, I believe, a general's bodyguard, and then over here he's got, let's see, 2 Socii Extraordinary, and there was 2 Praetorian Cav and then 1 Equite, so pretty neat combo really. So I bring my my 3 horse archers out to the flank here to help thin this enemy, this Suebi Cav. So what's happened here is I was getting a bit cocky and I wasn't paying much attention, and I don't look after my guys from the Citizen Cav as well as I should have. I charge down and over here. I'm spreading my forces like right over the map from every side, so I'm kind of shifting all over the field from both sides. So possibly one of the reasons this actually happened, where his Citizen Cav got some of my dudes here, but I did manage to catch it and I didn't lose too many Eastern guys there, like missile units. I charge down here. Let's get some close-ups. I'm taking his, I think that's Noble Blood Cav, so it's an easy victory. And we're, I don't have, did Swedes just charge straight in? That's weird. I'm not sure what happened there. So anyway, the Pontic player has a mixture of bronze shields, Theros spears, Pontic swordsman. He had a Pontic Royal Cav for his general, and several Pontic slings. The Suebi player, I've got my guys here on heavy shot behind him. As you can see, that's helped quite a bit in routing some of these noble riders. He had, let's see, 4 noble riders, which has done very well. Done very well at stopping Swedes. And I don't know if he got off Draco. He might have got it off, maybe just ended. But if he didn't get it off, that's kind of a disadvantage to him. Over here, Swedes must have got his berserkers. No, it's not Swedes, sorry, my bad, I take it back, he's Rome. Really am losing my focus here. This guy's got berserkers and of course sword masters. Basically it's pretty predictable to see what they use there. And he gets the charge. You should always aim to charge, because otherwise that way you get some peeler and you get more aggression there, so that'll help him quite a bit there. So these Romans and Suebi troops begin their engagement. Over here, some of his cavalry grouped, which is kind of irritating, keep coming back, so I just keep going back for it. And I've got my camels behind his line here. Probably should have got this over here. I should have got them over here sooner to help Swedes destroy these guys, but I figured that I had enough missiles over here, but I should have got my camels over here to cause a rout. That was a bit of a poor judgment on my part, to be honest. Over here though, I managed to rout one of these sword masters by getting a camera and anvil with one of these royal cataphracts, although not without some pretty serious losses to it. But his armoured legionnaires should put up a pretty good fight against these Pontic swordsmen now. Should be an easy fight for them. With them drenched in blood. That blood pack is such a cool addition. Over here, a lot of these actual Roman infantry are starting to get beaten up quite badly by a lot of these Germans. Look at these berserkers. Man, berserkers look badass in Rome 2. Not that they didn't in Rome 1, but they were kind of ridiculous in Rome 1. Over here though, I'm just basically beginning to encircle the player. If we look at their forces, it's quite spread out there. If you look on the tactical map, I don't usually use the tactical map much, but it does give you a good view of what we were trying to do here. Basically, we're just trying to use Swedes to stall them while I skirmished and encircled them and kept one of them away from the other while I helped single out units, such as this unit of Germanic youth, which got routed by my general's cataphract here. And the cavalry fight basically ends in a tie. I suspect the German player would have won it, or the Suebi player would have won it, had I not actually been using heavy shot. I should have had my camels closer to turn that fight, to be honest, and that was not a good piece of work on my part at all. One of my royal cataphracts finally exhausts after repeated charges in the flank here. This is going much faster than it did. This fight had some really bad lag for some reason when we were doing it, so it's hard to keep up with it all because it was actually took quite a long time to do it, but because there's no lag in the replays, it's not as bad. So over here, I'm trying to encircle, although I make a bit of a blunder there, as you can see. I don't micro my Parthian horse archers, but the thing is with horse archers is they don't skirmish. Like even with skirmish mode on, you have to manually control it. So sometimes I forget about that, thinking they'll just automatically skirmish when stuff happens, and they don't, and that is very, very annoying. But here I'm basically just sort of encircling them and just trying to make pep shots off of them. When I see that it's all Pontic swordsmen, I decide in a moment that I'll probably just go for it with my cataphracts and move around, try and get some kills there. Because I still got my elephants and cataphracts and all my missile units pumping shots into them, and basically getting in a circle. And as you can see, the Suebi player has just managed to defeat Swedes, but it's been such a close Pyrrhic fight that it shouldn't matter. And I'm not really concerned about these bronze shields because I've still got javelins, which I've been using the entire time. As you can see, these guys are down to 46 and stuff. I'm sorry I didn't catch this guy. This fight was, as I said, it was lagged, and it was way slower than it actually is in the replay. So let's get a good charge of these elephants going into this flank of them too. It was somewhat braced, but I got the flank, and then I got cataphracts storming in from the front there. So that allows me to effectively rout those units. I managed to catch this unit of bronze shields out of formation and charge for my cataphracts here, so they should get fairly smashed to shreds out of formation. However, he's got four units in formation approaching, so I will withdraw from this fight. Or I did in the replay, the actual battle. For some reason I'm not here. There we go, I know I did. Very careful with the draws though. In this case it worked out pretty well, but you can lose a lot of men. Over here I managed to charge the remainder of these Germans, and I got my camels offering support, wrapping up any routers there. So we should have the fight in hand. It cost Swedes his army, but I'm still fairly good numbered, really. There's a bit of a nice charge by these elephants. Run them down. The elephants are just, when you put cataphracts and elephants together and use trample and stampede, the damage, the morale damage is quite, the damage they suffer from the morale is pretty shocking. So I don't know, what kind of kills have these elephants got? You got 190 something, and the other one got about 50, so they got a lot of kills together. And there you go, basically all his army just chain routes there. So I think I had about 1,000 kills, Swedes had about 600-700, the Suebi player had about 1,000 as well, and the Pontic player had about something similar to Swedes. Can't really remember. I wish it would show you the actual full stats at the end, but it still doesn't. Something I hope they fix up in future at some point. But anyway guys, that is the 2v2s that me and SwedishLandknekt did. All of them, the last 5 2v2s that I've put up, including this one and then the 4 before it, were all linked onto one video. Which would have been epic, and we were dual comming it, but unfortunately because the sound settings were kind of stupid, couldn't hear Swede's voice, so I think I have to get a better program. You know, Steam Chat works for chatting, but sometimes for recording it's not always great, so I probably get like TeamSpeak or something. Skype doesn't tend to work for me for some reason. It's really weird. It kind of mucks stuff up on my computer, so I don't really want to go that route, so I'll have to maybe get TeamSpeak or something for that in future. I don't do it that often, but it is kind of cool when I do it, so I'll invest some sort of time into that at some point. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed these. They were great, and of course I've linked Swede's videos channel in all the videos, and I'll of course link it in this. And again guys, do visit his channel. He'll appreciate it, and it's great stuff on his channel. One of my favourite YouTubers, and well worth viewing. So anyway guys, thanks for playing by the way, Swedes, and thanks for dual comment these. Shame it didn't work for us. We'll have to organise something in the future if you've got the time, or if I've got the time, we can work it out. But many thanks, it was really fun, and many thanks to you guys for viewing. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon next time.